Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Weekly Comic Book Roundup. We're about at the midway point for this week's Marvel books. Let's start things off with the Invincible Iron Man, number 20. It's the final issue of Jerry Dugan's run, wrapping up various plot points from his from said run. So, the issue begins in the aftermath of Fall of X. Basically, things are. It seems as though Tony Stark's going to retain his company. The Hellfire Club was badly damaged, so much so that the building could not be saved. But as Tony puts it, things in the mutant orbit do tend to rise like phoenixes. And so he's in court with the charges against James Rhodes, War Machine, being dropped, and Rhodey asking what happened to Fei Long. Fei Long has been imprisoned on Mars. There's a basically hologram activated Iron Man armor that Tony uses to communicate with him, with Fei Long. It's impervious to Fei Long's personal upgrades, but he suggests that the consequences of Fei Long's actions could very well be, eventually redemption, and confess, and he hands Fei Long a pad of paper and a pen. But Fei Long basically just says blows him off. But Tony's autobiography is released, and he goes to Powell's Powell's books in Portland. There were apparently people camped out that I'd previously. And the Crimson Dynamo attacks. He's read the book. Didn't really like how he was portrayed. Tony uses a basic kind of goop that he created to take on the Sentinels. It holds Dynamo in place, but the question is asked if he can breathe in there, and Tony ends up having to buy a large number of copies of the book, but he's got a date in New York with his wife, Emma Frost. And Tony says he doesn't want her to go. He's got a whole pitch about how they really work, and she kind of points out that he postulates that Emma didn't expect to fall for him. She points out that she didn't expect to survive, but she says that she has to go be alone for a while. Tony was the lone bright spot in what was unquestionably the most difficult time of Emma's life. So Tony says, take the time. And she gifted him quite a sum of money. But they both have favors to ask of the other. Tony sends Emma to Sanctum Sanctorum. Apparently, the picture that the book of pictures that Tony retrieved on Krakoa when he was gathered the Mysterium to build the weapons and armor is in Strange's care and delivered by bats because the doctor's away. But a memorial is made in the remains of the treehouse, dedicated to those who paid the ultimate price to fight fascism. Ironheart helps with the final touches, and she points out and she says that she's kind of feeling withdrawals from giving up the Mandarin rings. But and Tony says, "Hey, I know a thing or two about addiction, so if you need someone to talk to, I'm here." But she says she'll be tinkering. In Malibu, Rhodey and Tony get together, and we also learn that how Emma basically did some stock trading and ruined a lot of, and basically with her stock work. Tombstone, Dario Auger of Roxxon, some random white supremacist, various villains lost money to make sure that Tony got rich again. And apparently Tony and Rhodey play a game they call Ton Ball. It's just basketball with a 1-ton sphere of heavy metal. And the issue ends with Tony and Rhodey flying off to stop a rocket from crashing into Southern California. And of course, there will be. So this series has ended. We get a new Iron Man new Iron Man be starting up next month or month after. But it was a solid run. I honestly liked Emma and Tony together. Um, but yeah. Moving on though to our next book, we've got Scarlet Witch #2. So where we last saw Scarlet Witch, she was fighting her and her brother Quicksilver were fighting the Wizard. Turns out that the cosmic entity known as the Griever was his patron, his angel, and the Griever has attacked Wanda directly. And seemingly killed her. Quicksilver's managed to rescue Darcy and much of the townsfolk, but Wanda is in the land of the dead, in the company of I'm trying to see if Griever's sister is named, but not seeing it. But she claims to be Wanda's patron, and basically kind of so she's associated with all the Nexus beings, or Nexi. But and Quicksilver and Wanda will likely become quite the Nexus being to get together, but possibly. And it's possible Wanda could avert the death of all creation, if she so chooses. But there are trials to become back, basically. Then Darcy and Quicksilver figure out what they may have to do to bring Wanda back. The vault in the shop shouldn't have been touched by Griever's attack, so Quicksilver gets a cursed circular saw, and however, whereas he ran Darcy to Grazia in the Balkans to speak to someone that likely wants to kill her. But Griever catches up with Quicksilver, but she's suddenly attacked by Polaris. Don't mess with family. So, and then Wanda begins her trial in the Land of the Dead. So she first must pass Moradun, the entity that once possessed Wiccan. He gets seriously punished for that, but as Morna points out, there's always further to fall. Always another hex. And it seems, though, that Moradun has possessed Wanda. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. Very interesting. Also of note is that Monet put up a barrier around the around Botkill, which she let, which she was told not to, not let anyone through. But well, she knows when not to listen to Quicksilver. Moving on though to our last book for the moment, we've got the Immortal Thor Annual, part of the Infinity Watch annuals. So, Prince of Power, Bearer of the Power Stone, and we open with at the Casino Cosmico. The champion is basically paying off a debt there by being the participant in fights, which he wins always. Elsewhere, in Asgard, Thor asks Loki where the power gem is, Power Stone. And Loki guesses, hey, there are other sources of power than the Infinity Gems. But, well. And so, Thor is led to another planet where the Prince of Power is basically doing his best Earth superhero bit. He's not exactly great at it. The whole fact that he's basically He-Man, and yeah, boasting his second nature, a more boastful He-Man. So yeah. But he's taking on the name Power Stone instead of Prince of Power. Because, well, Prince of Power is a moniker already utilized by, well, Hercules. Power Stone is employed currently by Black Money Solutions. And gets tossed through the wall of the office by the champion, who wants the Power Stone back. Thor and champion duke it out. Thor sets Mjolnir on the champion's chest, and Power Stone touches Mjolnir, which is enough to make a rather large explosion. Simply put, Black Money Solutions are not going to be in that office too much longer. But the power that Power Stone is able to channel into any object he touches, or that touches him, or a person that touches him, damn near breaks Thor's arm when he catches Mjolnir, and but champion and Thor dude out, but Thor does something rather smart, and basically hits Power, makes sure a drop of water hits Power Stone, and then Champion's strength is sapped from him by Power Stone, and Yeah. Thor suggests that Blackjack O'Hare and Power Stone perhaps relocate to Earth. Yeah, that's a great idea. So we got the Death Stone Saga Part 3 coming up. Phil Coulson has risen from the dead thanks to the Death Stone. He's being chased by Nighthawk. But apparently he was buried. There were two things he was buried with: a gun and a pager. But Nighthawk pretty much whoops the shit out of Coulson, but his page got sent. More than likely, it was received by Nick Fury, and that is where the issue ends. So this is all. These honestly been kind of fun. So I'm happy to see that Coulson's at least temporarily back. But anyways, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Mastodon, Instagram, Patreon, PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.